Welcome back to Alliance Review. So I'm doing a bit of March Madness for HeroQuest here, having all the monsters fight in the arena. So I did some pairing. The lower the number, the weaker the monster, the higher the number, the stronger they are. So the Polar Warbear has 2 4 attacks that he can direct against a single target. So I counted him as a 8 attack, or a value of 8, I guess you can say, in the arena roster rules, or whatever you want to call them. And then the single rules, or single or sole participant rules were applied for monsters that were by themselves fighting against another group. So the Warbears just pretty much had to chase down these goblins to finish them off. And although the goblins could get trophies, they just were no match. And then the next battle is pretty much the same with the Ogre Lord against the Archers. Archers had a bit of a advantage with their movement and range attacks, but in the end, he caught them. The Ogre survived with 2 body points left after fighting with the Cultists. And then we have the Frozen Horror, who didn't have too much trouble taking out Ice Gremlins. And then the Orcs were taken out by the Ogre Commander. That was the Ogre Warrior was taken out by the Archers, and it surprised me that Abominations took out the Magus Guard. Just had some good rolls and took them out quickly. The Elven Archers beat the Mummies, and then the Swordsmen were able to defeat the Yeti. And then we move on to the next round. And just so you know, any of the mercenaries are treated as monsters in here, so they have to roll a black shield to defend. So here are your final 16 out of the original 32. And again, the Warbear takes on 2 swordsmen, but he didn't have too much trouble dispatching them. And then the next battle, the Ogre Lord took out the Elven Archers. Again, not too much of a problem for him, just had to chase them down. He always seems to have archers that he has to deal with. Here, the commander took care of the Halberdiers. That was a close battle. He survived with a single point. The dice I'm using for track their body points in here, you can see Orc Archers were taken out, and then this commander won his battle. So here's our round 3 and the final 8 monsters that are fighting. So that pretty much shows what happens with the Warbear. It was a good battle, but in the end, a good roll by the champion, Ogre champion, took him out. This Ogre against the Dread Wraith really didn't stand a chance. These 2 battled pretty much was probably the best battle in this round. The spells being cast to weaken the Ogre Lord, and even then, the Horror really escaped by summoning Orcs, and then a really bad roll by the Ogre Lord allow the Frozen Horror to escape and defeat him and move on to the next round. So we are semifinals. So you got 4 here. 2 of them will advance. Take a guess at which 2. So here they are, getting ready to enter the arena, and really it wasn't that hard for the Wraith to defeat the champion. Once he casts Fear on them, that pretty much spelled doom for the champion, because he's down to a single attack die. And here the Frozen Horror had no problem with the Spectres. Just wait for him to get in the arena, cast Firestorm. That was done. So now here is our finals. The Dread Wraith versus the Frozen Horror. We got our spells lined up for him to cast. And really the thought was that the Frozen Horror will wait until the Dread Wraith summon his Spectres and then cast his Firestorm. But knowing this, the Wraith just kind of had to hold out and battle with him. And in the end, the Frozen Horror had to catch Firestorm sooner than he wanted to, which got the Wraith down to 1. He tried to take the Wraith out, but the Wraith did summon those Spectres, and together they took out the Frozen Horror. And there you have it.